Oh,
There you go.
so the Zoom is not free?
Yes. It's actually free for like 40 minutes. Wait, I'm sending.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Oh, here is 12 o'clock nighttime.
Oh, I'm so sorry. The other recording is saving. Like it's converting to MP3, so we'll just have to wait for it. I'm in
MP3?
70%.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so let's
All right.
continue.
So, I mean, if we can talk about my student until he come.
Yeah, sure. Oh,
So,
there he is.
oh, he is here. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Then we can have a discuss about Ioannes student.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah. Can you share yours? Sorry, we already discussed
no,
ours.
I'm sorry. I'm still teaching. So as we talked then earlier today, I'm still teaching, even though I'm still recovering. I'm still teaching normal classes. So trying to juggle that around, it's still
Mm-hmm.
kind of a
You
challenge.
okay? Do
So
you feel good? Are you okay?
no,
So,
I'm still recovering. I'm my fever is a lot lower than it was yesterday.
mm,
Sore throat has somewhat diminished. I'm a lot better than I was in the beginning of the week. Let's put it that way.
I thought you were gonna have a baby. So,
No, that should be in around April.
oh,
March,
okay.
April. But yeah, both of us are actually recovering from COVID, so
Oh, is
it's
she
a recovery.
okay? Because she's pregnant, right?
Yeah, she's okay.
Oh, okay. The corona
Fever.
is not gonna affect the baby?
No,
Oh, okay.
unless the fever can stays high for a very long time, it shouldn't
Mm,
because high fevers can affect, if I'm not mistaken.
mm,
But all other symptoms should be okay.
oh, okay. Finger crossed for you and for
Hmm.
her.
All
mm.
right. So what I miss before I have to go to another class? Teach another class.
Tell me about your case, your student.
See, but there are so many inside of the case study. There are different grade levels. During the meeting, where was I supposed to choose one?
You can actually choose
Now.
one. Yeah, because in the activity two, it just
Yeah, that's what I saw.
requires us like one student to share.
Hmm.
So like you can choose one student to share in our group.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
With your classroom, gender, ethnicity, race. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily have to be from the case study that was given to us, the case study by grade. Doesn't have to be about that one.
Yeah, just your student.
Okay. I teach grade 5, so my
Mhm.
students would be in grade 5.
Mhm.
Like a 12
Uh,
years old.
no, I'd be less than 12.
Mm.
Around 11.
10, 11.
10, 10 to 11, yeah. So that would be around their age. I'm
Mhm.
going to discuss school context, identify 5 areas, and differentiate. So I end up, because I focus mainly on mathematics,
Mhm.
so I try to differentiate according to needs
Mhm.
and abilities. So some kids might have, uh, they might be very skilled and their ability might be very high for certain aspects of mathematics with geometry or mathematical reasoning. while other areas they might not be strong in geometry, for example, or the study of shapes. So it would depend on the unit, and it would depend on what we're seeing, and depend on the student. Gender, it depends a lot on, well, a lot of the girls prefer geometry, for example. So they have an easier time. Most students prefer geometry. An area that I would try to make diversity. Right now we're doing algebra, for example. I'm finding that a lot of I would differentiate with according to their needs right now, especially online. I'm having to try to do that. English speaking, they all speak English. The only difference is
Ioannes, is there like one particular student
I can
something
focus on.
Yeah.
one like especially
High achiever, low achiever.
It depends on you.
Okay. Okay, let's do a high achiever. Boy. So a boy that's high achiever, Chinese, social status, economically, he is, I said middle to high class, because it's an international school. So yeah, so middle to high class. Economic status. Native English speaker, no. He is native.
he has a
Chinese.
both parents.
Yes, he has both parents. That I know of. I don't know who else lives inside of the apartment, because it is I don't know how, like Korea, I know it is in Japan and China. Normally the family tends to live together. So grandma, grandpa, mom, dad, and the kids. They share the same apartment or the same house, kind of thing. So I don't
normally
know.
like good grade student?
No. So the interesting thing is, he is a high achiever, meaning he's very talented, he's very gifted, he's able to pick up concepts fairly quickly, but demonstrating basic skills, zero.
Then what is your challenge about that student?
Exactly that.
What kind?
So my challenge with this specific student is him being a high achiever, meaning he can do things that are more challenging, and he does things that are more challenging.
Yeah.
He does not do everything else to prove or document all that other stuff.
I don't understand.
So in mathematics, for example, there's A, B, C, and D. To get to D, you have to go A, B, C, D. You have to be able to explain the first steps before you go to D. His mindset can go from A to D.
Must be genius.
Nah, not really. His background helps him with that. His family culture and everything else, how he does with his family, helps him with that. The thing is, because he has the skills from home to go from A to D, he struggles with the necessity of showing the other steps.
Does he have a don't match patient?
Well, I have to say, this year he's more patient than he was last year. Because I have him in grade 5, but I got to know him in grade 4 and 3. So it's kind of like, yeah. If I have to pick a case, I guess it would be him.
Does he know he's smart?
Yeah, and he's very arrogant about it too. He's like, I already know this. I'm like, I don't need to know this. I'm like, come on, you know it.
Then
there needs to be document. If you want to like move away and do this stuff, so give me that other document. Give me the proof. Give me the.
I see. Then how? So that student gave you that kind of challenge. Then how do you, make it improvement? Like, how can you teach him like moral, or, oh, even though you're smart, we know you're smart, but you have to show the improvement, especially mathematics, the subject. How did
Okay,
you guide him?
so initially I'd say he has one of the initial concerns was um interest. So he'd only do things that he was interested in, and before he got something he was interested in, he would distract and disturb other students, so preventing them from learning. So the first step so far this year has been, okay, you have the mindset, you're able to do this. Be mindful, see what's going on. You understand this, but do the people in your table group understand what you're talking about? Are they able to jump to that conclusion? Do they need to go through every step? If you know how to get to the last point, great for you. But the way that your attitude and what's going on is damaging other people that are in your group. So we had this talk like about 2 or 3 times during the beginning of the year, and then after autumn break, the week from autumn break, I believe, and then it went back. He's like, okay, fine, I will not disturb the class, but now I'm stuck with I will not disturb the class, but I also won't do the things that I need to do. I'll only do the tests, or I'll only do the other like things that I feel that I feel are challenging. And I'm like, okay, one step at a time. One step at a time.
Ioannes, your class is pretty different than like normal one, because normally we have a like, how can we make this student have a better score, you know?
Oh, don't get me wrong. I chose an
No, but
example that's
so
of a high student.
yeah. So I wanna connect it, your case to this Harris the link, Harris ranking. You know what
Which
I'm
one?
talking about? Harris ranking.
No.
Wait a second.
It's the link that I can send you a link. I can send it here in the group.
Oh yeah.
Where is it? Is it in
Here.
the
Here, check the chat box.
If we connected your student to the Harris ranking, then we can see the score or point. Certainly he he's not ADHD.
No. Oh, do you want me to choose someone that has ADHD? I can
No, no,
definitely
no, no.
choose one or two that has it.
No.
Not a problem.
No, we like that your student, let's call him like Spider-Man.
Okay, fine.
Okay, and then which, I want to connect it that your Spider-Man student to this Harris ranking, but I don't know which one is gonna connect it. I can see the passive is like smart and then good grade. That kind of thing is the passive for
Good grades. I would give good grades on assessments, on
mm,
formative assessments, but summative assessments and everything else, no.
so
He
you
can
say mindfulness.
he can go with like the student personality attributes.
Student personality?
Ah, this thing. All right, what time is it? 3 minutes.
Like I see that very beginning the student the section, and then there is like can he concentrate well for engagement?
When he is interested, when he feels something is
Okay,
challenging
okay.
enough to
The same section, the student, there's a motivation approach, and then there's a very first
prior
one.
benefit motivation, achieving motivation, and
Yeah, it's a positive.
boredom, deep motivation and approach, depression, lack of stress, mastery goals, motivation. These are things that he would need, right? Students.
I want to find out. I think he's pretty good at everything, but I want to find out what is his negative about it.
He's negative about motivation. He's not necessarily all completely motivated. Achieving motivation, I think that would be it. Achieving motivation and approach. So achieving motivation, and I would say that would be the biggest thing for him.
Then how can you help him to have a more motivation?
The ideally have more dedicated resources or resources. Have more dedicated resources for him to be able to feel more challenged or to reach out and do more of learning, more self-learning,
Okay, what about
which
them
I've been finding
practically?
in grade 5. Some students are actually good at or actually motivated by that wanting independence to learn. Huh?
What about practically then?
Practically?
Yeah. Ideally, like you're doing like that kind of moral thing, but practically like what? Like, are you giving any punishment or?
Punishment is something that we should avoid doing because we're not their parents.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe what Kelly was trying to say is like, what action can you do to to help the kid or to address the need of the kid?
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
What actions can you do to address the need of the kid? Like if the kid is, you said like he is smart, but then he's not following the steps, like he will just jump into D, like not doing the B and C. So what are the steps, or like what are the things that you can help him to, you know?
One of the things that I haven't been able to do that I'm planning to do for next semester is to kind of have him and a few other students in a more independent group where they are put in a situation where they're more of a student teacher kind of role. So that way they have to be aware of what's going on and they have to be proficient on what's going on in order to pass on the information.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So
yeah.
that's something that during online learning, to do this on online learning is not easy, let's put it that way. When you're in the classroom scenario, it is much easier because you can table group and you can like say A, B, and C, you guys are over there. This is your goal, this is what you're doing, this is what you're focusing on. Online, it's easy to maintain an eye about what's going on to make sure that they're on track. When you're online, it doesn't work that way.
Right.
That's true.
So how many minutes do you have more before you
How
go
many
back
minutes
to?
do I have before my class starts?
Yeah.
You're starting. Yeah,
Okay,
you
then
can sum up your case studies so we can.
Okay, so real quick, just let me say this speaking a minute.
we
So
gotta
for
we gotta do
so
the final
for
question.
so okay, go ahead.
The
So I was gonna
final
say
question is so me and Glenn, we both did it, and then if you when you have the teaching diversity classroom and how to make more the kid feel respected and have a value of their diversity. If you have a diversity classroom.
for example, Chinese,
Like,
people from
yeah, you have a
Africa,
classroom and
people
then
from other thing, along
other
with level
country,
different
other
levels.
country, other country.
Yeah. So what I do and what I've learned is you provide opportunities for them to show success. So you don't say here you will be successful. You do this. No, you provide opportunities. It's like, hey, try doing this. And then say and give them opportunities to be successful. And then when they are successful, you praise, not say, little Johnny, you were awesome, blah 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 in the middle of the class. No. Give them praise by saying, hey, that was an interesting thought. Could you share this with the class? That's one.
Mm.
That way they won't be put on the spot, and you'll ask them if would you like to share, this is a
Like
good
there's
thought, could you
consent.
share with the class? Yeah, so that way that they will take ownership and they will feel proud of that, and that usually moves them on to actually want to continue to do better, or to continue to do
Oh, I see. Nice.
again, usually, not always, usually.
Okay, like give a taste of the like achievement.
Yes.
Ah, I like, okay, good.
What else? Normally, that's one of the reasons for example, in mathematics or in doing homeroom scenario, you normally start off with topics and subjects that are much easier to grasp and understand. So for math, you start off with numbers and operations, things that are easy to show, to grab, to manipulate, to do. And then okay, good, we're successful with numbers. All right, let's move on to things that are more challenging, more challenging, and more challenging. And then at the middle of the year, most of the students are saturated and they're like stressing out with like it's so then during second semester you start off with something that's also considered simple, but also moving on. For example, you would go into two-dimensional geometry, which is triangles, two-dimensional shapes, 2D shapes. You start off with that because it's something that you can see, you can touch, you can measure, and students are usually successful with those. Again, I'm talking about math because I'm teaching math right now, so.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
good.
I think we are good right now. I think so. What do you think?
Yeah, we are.
I'm sorry I was late. I'm sorry.
It's
But anyway, you did it though.
yeah, it's fine.
Was there anything else that we needed, or that I could help with, or that I
I
could
guess
like reduce?
we covered everything, right, Kelly?
I think so. Mm, yeah, we did the final question and then let's double check it.
Okay.
Let's double check so Ioannes, did you see that what is that the the teacher, the Cheryl, they posted it about the question, part A, case study, part B, that one. Did you see that?
I'm literally checking it out today because over the past days I told Gran I'm like, I know I'm shut down, I'm shut out of everything. I
Okay,
just need to try to recover because
okay.
doing online lessons and trying to sleep and recover and everything else get better
Mm,
is like no.
okay.
So I'm going to go over things today. I also need to submit one of my activities from the last
Last
from the
week.
last from last week, which completely was when the thing hit me. So
Mm.
yes,
She said the Cheryl said hiding information and the research from activity one on what impact student learning. In addition, discuss strategy for teaching diversity. Oh, we did it this one, and then establish. So maybe before we dismiss, how about we say like how can the school environment help the student, or how can I best support the student in the class? How about that?
It depends on the school.
No, 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 no. Um, like,
So for
like,
the reason I say that is because depending on the school, you'll
mhm,
have support teams along that will so help you with the support the student. So for example, for language for ELL, there
Mm.
are specific teachers that could help with those with students that are starting to learn English.
mhm,
Mm.
So they're ESL, ELL English language learners. So there's specific teachers that support students in that language
right,
acquisition.
right, right.
While in the normal classroom for grade 5, they would not do that as well as they would be able to.
Mm-hmm.
So for grade 5 or at the school I am at right now, there is that support. In the school that I worked before, they also had that support. I do
But
understand don't have that support, and the homeroom teacher has to do all of it, which is
oh,
fairly stressful.
but what about this question for your Spider-Man student?
How can I best support this student in the classroom? Like I said, provide him with um, activities and tasks that are to his level of understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Still
Mm-hmm.
mandating him to show the basics that are required.
Okay,
That's one thing.
so your strategy is focused achievement.
Focus his achievement. No, it's like my focus is to improve his achievement because his his achievement, even though he's a high achiever, he
Mm-hmm.
doesn't achieve as high as he could because his scores on, for example, on tests, for example, his scores on tests are high, but everything else they suck.
Mm-hmm.
So my focus is to actually promote or give him some activities or other tasks that require him to be more active instead of just waiting for the test.
Mm.
Okay. I think my student, she um need like I said, she need constantly like need tension, one-on-one tension. And then yeah, so I think because she's still 12, and then she need a lot of attention. So just I think a teacher has to check on her frequently, and then I think she seems like a goal-oriented person. So because she's a good writer also, so maybe have to, like you said, give a group assignment, or maybe keep giving tasks. So I can teacher can also check on it, and then also give a task so it doesn't get distracted by boys.
I'm distracted by boys.
Okay. What about you, Glenn? For your piggies?
Mm. For me, I want to give her more like this in like for now, Piggy is a bit challenged with her emotions.
Mm-mm.
So
Then how can your school can help? I think you're doing your best.
actually
Give
my
a
school
little
can
by bit.
because we don't go beyond it. It's like
Mm,
so like yeah, they
you
just
guys don't overwhelming.
we don't because now she doesn't attend my music class, but she attends my English classes. But then I guess I can give some scenarios.
Yeah.
Yeah, scenarios that how to so like we can have a topic about emotions,
Mm-hmm.
you know, to differentiate the emotions because I guess that thing she needs to work on it.
Yeah. Do you think maybe she know only feeling of like shy because she's the baby?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a different feeling like embarrassed, humiliated,
Yeah,
shy,
she doesn't
competitive.
know. Like maybe she knows the feeling, but she doesn't know like
What
to
it is.
identify those
Ah,
feelings.
ah, ah, ah,
So
ah, ah,
that's one
ah.
thing I will do.
So like oh, when you are hungry, you feel sad, or
Mhm.
when
Mhm.
your friend took your pen away from you, then you
Mhm.
feel angry instead of being just shy.
Yes. And also like
Ah.
we can do like scenarios like that, and then like what will be your reaction? Are you going to be
How about
angry
how
or
about
are you
role
going to be
play?
forgiving? Yeah, that one, the role play.
Oh, good
Like,
idea.
like what you did, like, okay, one classmate will take the pen. So what are you going to do? Are you going to be angry or are you going to be forgiving? Are you going to shout or
Mhm.
are you going to say it nicely? Something like that.
Okay, I think role play is gonna be most of answer also.
Mhm.
Um, Ioannes, your case is like you can be the Spider-Man, the student, and then the student can be you, and then you know, let him be in your shoes, like, oh, your teacher and then your student to give you this kind of answer, then how would you feel, right?
Yeah, grade 5.
Um,
Very few students are more empathetic. So
hmm.
the older they get, the less empathy they share with with an adult.
That's
So we have about 8 minutes. I think we did enough. I think
All
we
right.
did more than other groups.
hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
so Glenn, did you send the last one?
I will send it after this so I can just send it all at once.
Together? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how to create a group for us in the rocket chat. Ioannes, can you
I
do that?
can look at
Just
it. I can do
it's
that.
okay. Just
I'll
do
look
it.
into
Just a
it.
regular chat.
All right. I need to go.
Okay,
So
okay.
thank you. I'll
Bye.
talk to you
Thank
later.
you guys.
Bye.
Talk to you
Thank you
later.
so much. Bye.
Sure. Bye.
Jonas, Glenn is gonna send you the email, the video too, to you too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello, people.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
I'll end the meeting.
Oh,
Okay.
so
I can. Yeah.
so you're gonna send me that one, and then what about Rocket Chat?
I'll send it in Rocket Chat, the link. Because the
Is
one
it
I have
possible?
here is I have to figure it out how to send the link, because what I am seeing
I think
here is I
I
saw.
think it's gonna be really big.
Yeah.
So I think just email is gonna be
Okay. Okay. Okay.
safer.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
All right.
Definitely. Okay.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.